There's a cry that rises up from our readings today that is so searing, so nakedly honest, that it is almost too painful to take in. In our passage from Habakkuk, the cry is, "How long? O Lord, how long shall I cry for help and you will not listen? Or cry to you violence and you will not save? Why do you make me see wrongdoing and look at trouble?" The prophet seems utterly lost, surrounded by wickedness and injustice, and calling out to God without hearing an answer. I imagine most of us have been in such a state at one point or another in our lives. Maybe some of us find ourselves there now, in a world that seems to expand away from us, dark and empty of God. Maybe our faith has been shaken by personal events. Maybe we have lost our center and become afraid in this moment of political madness and climate chaos. Maybe we have called out to God for comfort or answers and are still waiting for a reply. How long, oh God? How long? In our gospel, this cry is distilled into an expression of the essential need at its core by none other than the apostles themselves. Increase our faith, they cry out to Jesus, clearly feeling their faith to be lacking. And Jesus replies, if you had faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted in the sea, and it would obey you. Now there's a confusing image. It's hard to know what to make of it. But here's what strikes me. The metaphor Jesus uses is one of planting. Even faith as small as a mustard seed can be planted and can grow into a mighty tree, as in his other parable of the mustard seed in 13:19. This is a long, patient process. You plant and water and cultivate and wait. Uprooting and relocating a tree, on the other hand, is a disruptive, sudden process and doomed to failure if you're replanting it in the sea. Maybe Jesus is gently mocking the disciples here, as if to say to them, you think faith is about commanding miraculous and impossible things to happen, but really it's about planting of small seeds, the cultivating and the waiting. Faithfulness is not passive. You still have to tend to the seedling and the soil. You have to do your part, but it takes patience and it starts small. 2 weeks ago, we started Project Random Acts, inviting church members to do kind things in the world for strangers or loved ones, and to record them on our Google form. As of yesterday morning, I can report that we have 11 entries, and only one of them is mine. And I love the creativity. One person set up a regular schedule of blood donations. Another rescued a trash can rolling in the road. Others bought a colleague flowers or tipped waitstaff 40%, or paid a compliment on Zoom, or gave a work bonus to causes that they support, or repaired a neighbor's plumbing. That one made me kick myself that we kept the reporting anonymous. And friends, the impact statements are beautiful. Here are some examples. The smile on the DoorDash drivers when they receive the cash is contagious. Didn't grow up with much, so I now feel a sense of accomplishment, achieving a better life, and be able to help others achieve the same. It gave me joy to think I may have prevented an accident. The person who signed up to donate blood wrote this: Knowing I can help in some way, people struggling with health issues or injuries gives me a sense of purpose. I get excited following the journey my donation takes until it arrives to the final destination. Making my younger sister proud and reading her encouragement texts has helped create a bond with her. So for that person, the impact was not just the good feeling of the donation, but a knock-on effect of deepening a bond with a sister. And then there are the reports people made of things done for them, which is also an option in that Google form. One person added the line, "Always remember you are awesome," to their email signature as a way of paying forward that very message that a construction worker once left on a Post-it in their kitchen. That note still lives on my refrigerator, they wrote. Another reported that a person in Costco brought them food and water when they were feeling faint. For him, it was nothing, but for me, I felt so cared for. The water and the bite to eat helped, no doubt, but the bigger impact was the emotional impact and feelings of connection and gratitude. I don't have time to quote all the cool things parishioners have done, and I hope you will add to them in the coming weeks. But I do hope you will go to the link as well that went out in this week's email announcements and check them out for yourself. They're inspiring to read. And here's the thing. Nobody has commanded trees to uproot and plant themselves in the middle of the sea. But we are performing little acts of kindness. And friends, those little random acts, those are the mustard seeds of faith. But it goes beyond the random acts themselves. By writing these things down and noticing their impact on us and sharing them, we're tending to those seeds. We're not just flinging them to the ground and moving on. We're pausing to be attentive, to water them with our mindfulness, to cultivate the meaning they offer. The surprise of it all is this: the seeds that we plant in the world are also seeds that take root and press up through the soil and unfurl fresh and green in our own souls. How long, O Lord? Habakkuk cries out from his dark place of despair. Increase our faith, the apostles likewise cry out. And Luke's use of this word apostle is intentional here. Disciple, mathetes in Greek, means student. Apostle, apostolos, means messenger, one who is sent to proclaim or to do. So of course, Jesus's answer to them is about mustard seeds. That's all you need. Little random acts. You want to increase your faith? Do faithful things as you can. Plant little seeds, attend to them, share them. You will be amazed at what they make possible. You will be astonished at how they grow. Amen.